What's up, everybody? I'm gonna show you something. I've decided I'm gonna show you how I make money online. Because one of the most common questions is like, Ty, how do you make money online? Like, what are you doing? I'm gonna show you how I make money online. And I'm gonna actually show you some screenshots, how much money I made today. I have different businesses, different products. And I'm gonna show you the 4 steps right here, how you can get started, okay? And this is important because most people can never get started. They start, but they get lost in too many details. So just look today. This is one of, I have lots of different things I sell online, so I'm gonna be showing you different things. Okay, this is a company, this is some products. You know, I love books and I like to learn from books, but I also have a company that sells books online. And here's how much I made. You could see $14,681 today selling books and book-related items. This month, the last 30 days, you could see there, $711,000 selling books. Not all 4 agreements, but just. So how'd you like to wake up? And the day's just getting started, by the way. Like $14,000, it'll go up a lot from here. And you can see all the, this is Stripe, a Stripe account right here. You can see $69, $497. What if you could make $14,000 a month? What if you can make $14,000 a week? I'll show you another company. So, you know, I wear glasses. So I also sell glasses online. So it's kind of cool. So glasses, here is what's called Shopify. And you can see today made $644. And then yesterday made $1,600. Now, we also sell on Amazon. So this is just a small amount of the sales. This month on Shopify, $18,000, and I think we did about $100,000 on Amazon. So, you know, it's about $130,000, something like that, selling glasses. So, somebody said, Ty, we believe you, you make money. Somebody said they can sell anything. So, let me just get you started on how I make money online. Like I said, today I've made different companies. I think I've made probably $50,000 to $100,000 selling online. Here's selling glasses on Shopify. Let's see, I bet you by the time we go back here, it's gonna go up. This is selling book related stuff, $14,681, $711,000 this month. So how do I do it? Can you do it? Is it only me? I got started a long time ago in the internet. So what I'm teaching you is more than 15 years experience selling online. Me and my business partner right here that own this company, 50/50, combined we've spent $500 million on online advertising. So we've spent more than almost any person that I've met. He spent more than me, but I've spent a ton. So I'm gonna show you right now some stuff. So please pay attention, the world's ADD. I'm not gonna keep this video up forever. Like, these are videos, if you've been seeing my test groups that I did in the last year, I open them and then I close them. So you snooze, you lose. So what are the 4 things you gotta do? And this is so simple, you're gonna literally kick yourself that nobody ever taught you this before, trust me. Because now, I'm not promising you that if you follow these 4 steps that today you're gonna make $50,000 to $100,000, okay? That's not what I'm promising you, because I started out figuring out how to make $100 a month. Then I figured out how to make $1,000 a month, then $10,000 a month. Then I figured out $100,000 a year and $100,000 a day eventually. So $100,000 a week, then $100,000 a day. So results vary for different people, okay? So some people procrastinate, they don't pay attention, and they never make any money, and then they blame like the system. Like, you can't blame the system if you suck in how you're doing stuff. But for those of you ready to learn who aren't overly skeptical, I'm gonna show you some stuff, and I'm gonna answer questions live right now. So here's step number 1. Step number 1 is find common household items. Okay, literally. So I started with the most common household items for me, glasses, and these are sleep glasses. I wear these before I go to bed. And I got in business, I have business partners, 2 business partners that run the business, and I'm the 3rd business partner. And we're selling about, I don't know, over $100,000 a month of these glasses. Common household item, glasses, right? Books, probably I'm gonna sell with a company called Mentor Box. Common household item, books and book-related items, like $5 to $10 million this year just in that. And I own lots of different products. So it starts to add up. In fact, one of the things you gotta learn to do is build multiple streams of income. The average millionaire, the average billionaire has 3 or more different streams of income. So when I show you these screenshots, and these are real screenshots, in fact, these aren't even screenshots. These are literally live. You can see, I log in, I go to Stripe, I go right here, and you can see that. You can see yesterday, you can see the last week, you can see the month. So you can see the last year, we're at $5.7 million. 5.731, so 5,731,817.07. And that's just a new company, okay? So the first thing is you need to find, if you want to make money online, you need to just find common household items that interest you. So I brought a few just from around the house. Candles. I got a buddy of mine selling $10 million a year worth of candles, okay? Salsa, right here. I don't know who I like this salsa. I know a company down in Texas selling millions of dollars. It's a guy who had a recipe for salsa. I don't know if it's from his mom or something. And beef jerky, right here, common household item. If you like beef jerky, you might have it laying around the kitchen. There's a dude who just built a company, beef jerky company, and in 1 or 2 years, he sold it to Hershey's for 220 million. You can look up, Google Crave beef jerky, okay? And and they weren't really that good at selling online. The opportunity, I call this robotic income. That's what I'm showing you today. So pay attention to this presentation, because there was a time in my life when I did not when I woke up and I logged into my phone, I wasn't making $50,000 a day. My other company, let's see, other products I've sold today, we use our own merchant accounts. So one of them's at 21,000. So combined today, we're already in the day's just getting started, because we get more sales later in the day. We're at about 50,000 today, okay? And I remember, I feel your pain if right now you have a lot of pressure on you financially, you're not making enough money, your job's not paying the bills for you, you wake up and instead of looking happily at your phone for how much sales have come in online, you know, you're looking at credit card bills, you're looking at the nightmare of the modern world. The average person in the world these days, literally, the average person is saving less than 1% of their income. You can go on the government website. The best years in America, it's at 5%. Worst years, -%, meaning people ain't saving a penny. So you're basically working for the man, meaning you're making somebody else rich. If you're not saving any money, you're paying your taxes, so you're making the government rich. You're paying your mortgage, so you're making banks rich, but you're not creating any wealth for yourself. So step number 1, find a common household item. This is how you break out of that. And I started this a long time ago, done many different products I've sold online. I even was if you saw my Snapchat the last day, you know I was out at a big club, and people are shouting out like, dude, how do you get the money to I got a table there. I don't do that all the time, but I had some business people in town, so I got a $3,000 table. And Dom Perignon, people are like, how could you do that? I'm like, well, I remember being stuck. Don't think that I can't empathize with your situation, because I can, okay? Now I don't worry about it. If it's $3,000, now I got a black card on Amex, it doesn't matter anymore. But I still pay attention to expenses, but it's not as bad as it once was. And this is one of the ways that I got out of that situation. Find a common household item that interests you. Number 2, use Shopify. Now, when I got started, you didn't even have these. It's easier now. ClickFunnels or Amazon. These are your 3 choices. I'm gonna try to go in depth as much as I can during this. I don't know if I'll have time, because there's a lot of see, if you notice, I use Shopify for some things. We use our own software for others. The glasses company does a lot on Amazon. We've used ClickFunnels. I use my own software, but that's more complicated. I've spent about $7 million of my own money building software, but that was before this came out. It kind of sucks. Now, if I was getting started, I wouldn't have to spend so much money because literally, like, there's software you can sign up to. Well, Amazon's free. I forget, ClickFunnels and Shopify, you could literally be started in like $100 or less. You can be up and going. So, or at least starting to build a site to sell your common household items. Now, like I said, I'm going to talk as much as I can here. And then for those of you, a few of you, maybe 10 or 20% of you that are very interested, I'm forming a private test group. If you want to be in the test group, I'll put a link to it later. But, okay, what do you do from here? Well, there's an important part that most people miss. Because if you just find a common household, I know some people that do this and this, but they don't get the next step down. And the next step, step number 3, is you have to connect them to a credit card processor and a bank. And let me talk about this for a second. So, different things. Now that I'm more advanced, I have direct relationships with banks so that I can connect to credit card processing. But if you were just getting started, there's literally something here, and you can see I still use it for one of my businesses. Stripe, you could set up, I think Stripe you can set up for free or very little money. And with Stripe, guess what happens? You're allowed to process Amex, Visa, MasterCard, direct. You don't have to go directly and have a big account. So that's the next step. And then you want to set up a business bank account. Don't use your personal bank account to deposit the money. Like this $14,681, or like I said, in the last month, this $711,000, Stripe will deposit in a business bank account. And you don't want to merge those for multiple reasons. One of those, you don't want to commingle funds. If you ever want to sell the business, you want to have the accounting straight from day one. You also don't want, for liability reasons, if you form an LLC or S Corp or even a C Corp, you need to have separate bank accounts or else they don't consider you a real business. They call it piercing the veil. But so this is the next thing, connect. You can, by the way, everything I'm teaching you, you can get started with in the next 24 hours. Now, I know a lot of people watching live. There are tens of thousands of people are watching this live today. And guess what? Most people procrastinate. We all know that. So some of you ain't going to get it up. Don't blame me. I'm showing you the path right here. So number 4, yeah, and when you set up your bank account and all that, at some point you should talk to a lawyer about whether you should have an LLC or an S Corp Inc. I don't have time to get into all of that. You want to get a good accountant too, so that you can use H&R Block. You can use one of those. Okay, the next thing, by the way, if you're just tuning in live, I'm talking about how I make money online. I'm showing actual screenshots. I've never done this before of different businesses. Like I said, this one made $14,600 today already. In the last month, $711,000. That's an actual Stripe account. I'm showing Shopify, and that's selling books and book-related products. Books like these, books in a box we mail to people. Here's the glasses business, selling glasses online. Me and 2 business partners, James Swanwick and his brother Tristan. $1,610 yesterday. Today we've sold $644. Plus on Amazon. I don't have the Amazon login on this phone, but Amazon's about triple that. So probably today, different products and businesses I have already sold 50,000 easy, and the day's just getting started. We sell more at night and stuff. So what's step 4? This is an important step right here. So you got step number 1, find a common household item that interests you. Step number 2, you use either ClickFunnels, Shopify, or Amazon. Step number 3, connect it to a bank account. That's very important. Oh, and I want to show you something here. So when I say, well, I'll come back to that. Step number 4 is white label and drop ship. So what I mean is, this is why it's an exciting time for you to be alive. 100 years ago, if you wanted to sell candles, like I showed you, I got a buddy of mine selling $10 million or more worth of household candles, literally making a living selling candles. If it was 20 years ago, he would have to manufacture the candles himself, which is very complicated. He would literally have to go to a factory. They'd say the minimum is 50,000 candles for $5 each. He'd have to come up with $250,000 on day one, which is kind of a nightmare if you're just getting started. When I first got started, I had less than $100. So I could feel for you if you don't have a lot of money. So what he did, what you can do now, and what he did, you can white label somebody else's candle or somebody else's glasses and then do drop shipping. You don't even have to store it at your house. That means when somebody buys on your ClickFunnels, your Amazon account, your Shopify account, that it goes right directly to the mail, in the mail to them from the manufacturer, from the warehouse. And that will change your life.